pretty much where or what you got to do. I figured that part out pretty quick. I mean, once you get into this area and you walk out and there's just a bunch of shit just looking at you with red lasers, you know, you figure out it's a bunch of turrets and you gotta knock them over. It's the momentum part, trying to get up there, that screws me over, and I really hope it doesn't take me as long as it did last time, because I was in this area for a little bit. I knew what I had to do, and I talked about this, not the specific situation, but this situation in general, where you know what you have to do, but you just cannot execute. And we gotta get up there? No, we gotta get over there. I don't even think that portal hit. There it goes. I talked about this in the Portal 2 playthrough that Spoon and I did. And, I mean, you know what you gotta do, but executing it becomes the problem. And that was my issue. You gotta do this, and then you gotta do like that, and then you gotta do that. That's how I figured it out. That's what I figured out that you need to do. I'm sure there's an easier way, or maybe that's the only way. However, this was the part I got stuck at for the freaking longest, because I knew what I need to do, however I just could not execute. Just could not execute, because you gotta be quick, you gotta hit this with the portal, and then you gotta do that. Well, I screwed that whole thing up because the one portal didn't even hit. So if this takes too many times, I'll just edit it out, because I know what I need to do. I knew what I needed to do when I was doing this by myself, yet just could not execute. Can I do it? Oh, might have gotten it. Okay, sweet. Yep, that actually took me a lot of tries, because I just could not get into the one freaking stupid portal. Yeah, see ya. Hope you enjoy being dead. Oh shit, you're not dead yet. Huh. Give me a couple seconds. Alright, fuck you. That's what I thought. Don't come back in my hole, piece of crap. Where are we going here? Oh. And we just gotta turn around and jump off the cliff. Jump off the little ledge here. Geronimo! Whoop. And there you go. That's pretty much all she wrote. Thank you very much. I'm very glad that did not take as much time as it did last time, because that sucked last time. That sucked. First of all, it took me a short amount of time to figure out what I needed to do. That wasn't that bad. Like, it took me a little bit to figure out that I needed to jump up there, but executing it, that was a pain in the ass. At any rate, we are approaching final part here.
Well, you found me. Congratulations. Was it worth it? Because despite your violent behavior, the only thing you've managed to break so far is my heart. Maybe you could settle for that, and we'll just call it a day. I guess we both know that isn't going to happen. You chose this path. Now I have a surprise for you. Deploying surprise in 5, 4... Time out for a second. That wasn't supposed to happen. Do you see that thing that fell out of me? What is that? It's not the surprise. I've never seen it before. Never mind. It's a mystery I'll solve later. By myself. Because you'll be dead. Where are you taking
Yay,
that
Skype
thing?
notification. Thank you. Forgot that wasn't on Do Not Disturb.
That touching it will just make your life even worse somehow.
Could
I don't want to tell you
dunk
your
this thing
business,
in
but
from
if it
there.
were me, I'd leave that thing alone.
Wait, what the fuck did I just do? What am I doing here?
Do you think I'm trying to trick you with reverse psychology?
I'll just leave you here.
Seriously now.
The timer, I don't think, no, the timer has
Okay,
not
fine.
started, so.
Don't touch it. Pick it up and just stuff it back into me.
Incineration!
You're kidding me. Did you just stuff that aperture science thing, we don't know what it does, into an aperture science emergency intelligence incinerator? That has got to be the dumbest thing that... Whoa. Good news. I figured out what that thing you just incinerated did. It was a morality core they installed after I flooded the enrichment center with a deadly neurotoxin to make me stop flooding the enrichment center with a deadly neurotoxin. So get comfortable while I warm up the neurotoxin emitters. Huh. That core may have had some ancillary responsibilities. I can't shut off the turret defenses. Oh well. If you want my advice, you should just lie down in front of a rocket. Trust me. Toxin.
How about not?
Right. Keep doing whatever it is you think you're doing. Killing you and giving you good advice aren't mutually exclusive. The rocket really is the way to go.
Oh, that thing has numbers on it.
I like how this thing just talks.
What you burned up isn't important to me. It's the fluid catalytic cracking unit. It made shoes for orphans. Nice job breaking it, hero.
Is that a gun?
Is that a gun? Incineration.
You think you're doing some damage?
2 plus 2 is...
In base 4, I'm fine.
2 plus 2 is 10 in base 4. Unbelievable. Alright, now this is the part where it's gonna get kinda shitty. Where I have to like get up here and stuff. So let's see. Huh. Oh. That's what I'm saying, I'm trying to get lazy again. Oh, fuck me. Huh. Nope. Oh, sweet. Yes. Whoa.
Of course, he couldn't come because you murdered him. All your other friends couldn't come either because you don't have any other friends because of how unlikable you are. It says so right here in your personnel file. Unlikable. Liked by no one. A bitter, unlikable loner who's passing.
And she talks a lot.
So deadly. Joking.
Kidding.
The deadly was in massive sarcasm quotes. I could take a bath in this stuff, put it on cereal, rub it right into my eyes. Honestly, it's not deadly at all.
To me.
You, on the other hand, are going to find its deadliness a lot less fun. Who's going to make the cake when I'm gone? You. Look, you're wasting your time. And believe me, you don't have a whole lot left to waste. What's your point anyway? Survival. Well then, the last thing you want is... And...
In case something terrible happens to you.
Which it's just about to.
Don't believe me? Here, I'll put you on. That's you. That's how don't you sound. You've been wrong about every single thing you've ever done, including this thing. You're not smart. You're not the funniest. You're not like that. You're not even the first anybody. But you don't like that so long. I'm trying to
I actually didn't realize how much she talked. She talked throughout like that whole end thing there. I could barely get a word in edgewise. She was just talking the whole time. It's ridiculous. I didn't want to cut her off, and so people would be like, I was trying to hear what she said, even though there's captioning there. And people would be like, how come you were talking that whole time? Well, because she was talking, didn't want to talk over her. Anyway, we're outside now. We're good to leave at any moment. That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Thank you for assuming the party escort submission position.
Too bad we're getting dragged away. Went through that whole series of tests just to get dragged away by some other douche nozzle who's going to be trying to do stuff for us. But that is pretty much the end of this game. Good game. I liked it. You know, it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. You know, there were some parts that I got stuck on when I was doing it by myself for a little bit, but overall it wasn't difficult at all. Now, Portal 2, on the other hand, here it gets pretty difficult towards the end, so we'll see how that goes. For this game, I got stuck a little bit, but it wasn't too bad. And there's cake. There's a cake, there's a companion cube, and there's little lights lighting up on those balls. So whenever Portal 2 comes out, which is circa last week, we can start that up. We can start that up indeed. And we get a little song at the end. if it ever kicks up. There it goes. Anyway, we can start that up whenever this gets uploaded. I've finished it now. It's probably gonna be, you know, 2 days before I get all of it uploaded, which isn't much. There's probably like, by right now, 3 parts to upload or 4 parts. So try and get this up in that time, and then we can start the old single player campaign while I upload the co-op campaign that I did with Spoon, because we finished that. It's about 4 hours of footage that I need to go through, but I'm probably gonna edit a couple parts out, so it'll probably be more like 3 hours and 50 minutes or something like that. It's still a bunch of footage. It wasn't too bad. It was pretty good. And then yeah, that's pretty much the plan. I think right now I'm probably gonna go record some Fear, and that might be up. Well, that probably will be uploaded by the time this gets up. But unless I'm finishing the game, Fear goes up every so often anyway, so you won't be able to tell which batch it is. I'm just talking to you from the past, so that's cool. But overall, you know, it's a good game. People pestered me enough to do it, and finally went and did it. Keep those people happy. We'll see how Portal 2 goes. I actually like this song. I have it on Rock Band too. It's free. Just downloaded it. Oh man, she's glad. Look at that. GLAD, just like a name. I wonder how many portals there are gonna be. Probably a lot. It's probably gonna be DLC with this thing. With Portal 2, there's probably gonna be DLC, I'd imagine. I don't know if they announced any. I haven't really looked it up, so don't crucify me if I'm wrong or they already announced it, but I imagine there would be. Game was pretty hyped, actually. Game was pretty hyped. That was a joke. What a bitch. She is a bitch, I'm telling you that much. She is a jerk. Oh, there you go. I like the song. Just had to listen to it for a second. Crack legal team. Liam Lavery, don't sue me for doing this playthrough. Fair use, thank you. Goodbye, Liam. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, other legal team members. Special thanks to everyone at Alienware. ATI, Dell, Havoc, some other places. Thank you for participating in this Enrichment Center activity. Until Portal 2 comes, circa last week. And then you get this menu screen. It's a different menu screen because you're elite and you beat the game. So, thank you for watching. We'll move on to Portal 2. Every time I say Portal 2, I want to say like some other game that had a 2 in it for some reason. And not even that began with a P. I wanted to say like Fable 2 at one point. God, it was Left 4 Dead 2. Just games that don't even make sense. It's getting worse. I need to go take a nap or something. I'll be back to do something later, but that's the end of this game for now.